This is John Peters with your WFRT Morning Farm Report, brought to you by Mullins Hardware and Seed Store. Call 632-2662 for Mullins Golden Seed, just in time for your spring planting.
That's right, John. Fort Wayne Mullins is your total store for seed shovels and animal feed. Mullins has Crown Big Joe, 50-pound bags for only $9.95. How about Cow Joe, 100-pound bag, only $19.95. Mullins is your store for cattle sterilization equipment as well. On sale this week is Brown's Burglar Bull and Calf Testicle Cutter. Mullins price $39.95 with calf cutter coupon. Mullins on 55 next to Farmer Jack.
I think if I had to choose between the two of them, which I'm thankful I don't, but if I had to choose between the two of them, I have to go with Rob Scott, because let's face facts, Bob Doyle is an extra.
C'est le Lounge Show avec Rob Scott et Bob Doyle, deux diffuseurs vétérans qui aiment s'entendre parler et qui réussissent d'une manière ou d'une autre à se supporter. Voyons si vous pouvez les supporter aussi bien. Voici Rob et Bob.
Yeah, baby. Yeah,
Hello.
baby.
Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. I'm Bob Doyle here in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Which means I'm Rob Scott in Atlanta, Georgia.
It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday.
And the program you're watching right now is called The Lounge Show, and we have been darkening your doorstep every Saturday for the past, I don't know.
Wow.
It's been a significant amount of time, but not significant enough for Facebook, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
How long? For the rest of our career, we will mention that.
Right, because we are not significant. We can't go into
even
the
when they
significant
beg
group.
us on their hands and knees to sponsor us, we'll say, okay, we'll take your Facebook money, but we're still going to talk about how you called us insignificant. You're going to have to be good sports about it.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
we're
must say.
insignificant according to the folks at the Book of Face.
Yeah, at
But
least
so
to have
what?
our own Facebook webpage. Facebook webpage. Who says webpage? I guess I do.
Well, I don't know there, AOL boy. Tell us.
I never had AOL.
Either did I. You know those things that come up on Facebook or online on whatever, and then it'll say, you get a point for every one of these things. And like it'll say you used a fax machine or a roller skate team.
Yes,
It's one of those.
yes,
And one
yes.
of them is you had an AOL account. And I go, not me.
Yeah,
I
no.
never had one of those.
I mean,
Bob
that was certainly
taught
my
me well.
time frame, but it was definitely not what we did.
Right. And I just followed whatever Bob said. That's what I did. I got Pegasus on my computer immediately.
Pegasus.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And dun 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 dun.
Yeah, Pegasus.
I think that was that, or that could have been Eudora. When Eudora came on after that, one of them had an email thing that was like dun 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 dun.
Don't know what you're talking about there, but I do remember Pegasus was because, and check me if my memory is incorrect, but Pegasus would send out a little ping every now and then just to keep the connection going because the connections were so slow. I froze
The timing of that is crazy.
appropriately, and I'm catching back up. I can see now.
Wow, that was incredible.
I don't know
timing.
why that happens. This
I
never
don't know
happened
either.
This
No.
never happened when we were significant.
You're dadgum right, it didn't.
Right, but now it does all the time. Anyway, is that is my memory serving me correctly, Bob? Was that why Pegasus was needed?
I can't remember. It was just a mail reader. I think I may have used it for that. Oh my God, I think I just
Pulled your hair out? What
No.
limited-
So this is one of those days where, like, I got told 20 minutes ago or whatever, 30 minutes ago, what I'm doing this evening, and it involves like getting in a car and going to pick up people over there, and then going to a thing and walking around and looking at lights and stuff like that. Which, you know, it's like, I didn't take a
So up
shower
your alley.
today. I've got a little bit of bedhead going on in the background. And, you know, it's one of those things. They all know, even if they're listening right now on the big screen, which they're not because they're watching Bridgerton. You know, that last minute stuff for me is always going to make me curl up into a little.
Well, you know what, though? Not to make you feel bad, but I had the same thing. I shouldn't say had to. I enjoyed it. But I also went out previously today. Samantha, we celebrated her birthday. And so we celebrated. So it was and her Felicia, her maid of honor at her old wedding. She was there with her fiance. Her old wedding, and then because we were with the new boyfriend and his parents, and so it was a big
Wow.
deal. Yeah, this was a biggie. So I had to shower before I normally do. I couldn't monkey around on with my usual Saturday. Itinerary. I had to kind of get my wits about me. Took a little mini nap for 40 minutes so that you're meeting new folks. You're meeting, and it's the holidays, and I've had car trouble for a while now, and I'm on like my third loaner. So I'm going. Yeah. Oh, okay. Story time, boys and girls. Story time, at least for Bob.
I sure wish we had some story time music. Skippy.
Do I? Hold on. It's a German car.
Well, go on. Tell the story.
Well, I can't. But you always tell me that if I play music and talk at the same time, it mucks up stuff. Anyway, the point is, my car needed. There was a recall. They send you these things in the mail. We all know that, and it's come on and it's free. But when you go in, they're going to find something. Because I think it's a racket, kind of. Anyway, the point is I took it in for the recall, and I knew that I said, just do the 50-point inspection, whatever, because I like this car. I want to keep it a while. And I also knew that there was a little scroll wheel on the steering wheel that adjusted some of the AV stuff, audiovisual stuff. And it was...
Thank you for... Oh, that AV.
Oh, that AV. Yeah, Bob his old glasses had tape right here between them. Bob was actually the president of his AV club. So that AV, right. And so to replace that, and also the side mirrors, the motors didn't work, and so I got new side mirrors. And all of this, by the way, cost way more than it should, but whatever. I also came to the conclusion that everything costs too much except how much we are paid. I've decided this is a human condition, that no matter what you're buying, it all costs too much. They're all getting way more than they deserve, except us. Each individual person says, but not me, I'm underpaid. No one's paying me enough for my talents and gifts. Anyway, it was all too expensive, but what the hell? So I go pick it up, and I'm very excited because the scroll wheel worked on the audio-visual aspects, and the side view mirrors went in and out, and I also had some brake fluid replacement or some crap. And yay, that was last Friday. I picked up the car, and Saturday it ran fine. We did the show. And then Sunday, I had to make these crab-stuffed deviled eggs for the Monday potluck at work. Boss pays for the ham and turkey. Everyone brings sides. We have a mock Thanksgiving meal. And I had these eggs, these hard-boiled eggs with crab in them that I was going to... And so on Friday, though, my dentist called and said, hey, we can squeeze you in Monday morning for a cleaning, because I like these early appointments. So I said, fine. Well, then it dawned on me, I can't have the eggs sit in the car all the while I'm sitting at the dentist.
They're eggs?
Yes.
What, are you insane?
So I wasn't, because I said, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make the eggs and drive them to work on Sunday and put them in the fridge there. And on the way to work, I'm sitting at a stoplight, and the car just craps the bed. It just stops. Everything every light in the world comes up on the dashboard. What are you doing?
I'm sorry, I'm having an earthquake.
Wow. Vegas.
There,
baby. Sorry. So anyway, so it just crapped the bed. It just stopped working. Anyway, it happened again then on the way home Monday from work. It just stops. In the middle of driving, it's really, well, it scares you. It's dangerous. And obviously somebody monkeyed with the wires when they were doing their craftsmanship. This has never occurred. So then I bring it in. They say, hey, you need a new battery. I knew this anyway. I said, fine, drop it in. They go, that'll solve your electrical problem. And it did not. So I am on my third different loaner car. I'm getting every Genesis on the planet, varying G70s and G80s. And here's what I came to find out on my little experimentation. It only happens, this whole car just shuts down electrically when I'm running Android Auto. If I've got my phone plugged into the USB and I'm looking at the Waze and I'm listening to Spotify, it won't go 3 miles without crapping the bed. It just shuts down. And so I said that to the fellas, and they kind of rolled their eyes. I go, look, I realize this sounds silly, but I'm telling you, in fact, it happened on this past Friday. They put the new battery in, and I had a doctor's appointment, and I said, I'm not going to use Android Auto on the way to the doctor's office, but on the way home, I'm going to experiment. So I went all the way there, no problem. On the way home, I plugged it in, wouldn't make it 3 miles, shut down in the middle of traffic, just craps. It really freaks you out. Yeah, look at your face. It pisses you off because you guys effed up my car. So I got it home. I pulled into the driveway. And all the lights are on, check engine, every damn light in the world, oil, all the lights, the whole Christmas tree comes on when this happens. And so I pulled into the garage, I turn it off, I start the car again, it resets, and I said, you might as well just drive it in now. What are you going to do? I'm going to wait an hour and then drive it in? I mean, really, it's still wrong. 9 miles to the dealership, not a problem, as long as you don't run Android Auto. And so I said to the guy, look, I appreciate the fact this probably sounds silly, but after you run all your stinking diagnostics and try to solve this problem, have one of your techs put in Android Auto and plug in the little reader guy, and hopefully it'll tell us why one is causing the other. And I said, make sure it's Android. Don't have someone plug in an iPhone, because then different software will engage, because it does both. So I said, make sure someone has a Samsung or a Google Pixel or something, or I'll come in and I'll drive you around. We won't make it 3 miles. And so that was tonight. I had to go to a thing where I'm dressed up and meeting new people and new car, a restaurant I didn't know where it was, so I needed GPS. But the loaner works just fine. So I listened to soundtrack music and went and had dinner with Samantha and her new boyfriend and his family and Mark and Kim and the whole crew was there, Bob. So I too can appreciate, I guess is my point, your plight that you have to go do a thing on Saturday, which I did. But I was happy to finally get home and for showtime to open the lounge with Bob and talk a little turkey, literally. It is Thanksgiving week, so I thought we would address that sometime during the course of the lounge this week.
Well, of course, we'll watch all 4 parts of the Thanksgiving documentary as soon as the show is over.
Ken Burns, right? Didn't he do it? It was just
Sure.
called Thanksgiving. It was just called Thanksgiving.
I think it was Bernie Kennington or something.
Yeah, that was his stage.
Okay. Anyway,
Well,
so yeah, no,
parts.
you know what? I don't even know.
Are you
I don't
doing
even-
Thanksgiving? Do you guys do
we're-
Thanksgiving?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, yes. I mean, come on. These women, they
I
do
know.
any event.
St. Swisteen's Day, you guys have a full spread.
St. Wistine, absolutely.
The decorations come out.
We have to
For
go
St.
right,
Swistine?
Michael's and everything, and then if you don't get there early for the St. Wistine stuff, it's gone.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah, you got to be first in line. Otherwise, Uncle Tom always asking about the ink spots. And there he is eating all the St. Swistine ham.
all right, man. I don't even know where you are right now. Anyway, yeah. So no,
But I did
no.
all my. I'll tell you where I'm at. I'm at a good place because I did my obligations for the day, and I had a wonderful time because it was Sam's birthday. But I'm in now for the evening. I can watch a little TV, and then tomorrow, I will begin the process of prepping for the meal. It starts on the Sunday. In my world, my Thanksgiving, I did my shopping today for all the accoutrement, all the fixins. And tomorrow I'll drop the bird in the brine, and then I'll make a head gravy because I smoked the turkey, and the drippings don't make for a good gravy because they're smoky.
It will probably be the foreseeable future that my Thanksgiving will always kind of be a pre-made something from the store with the turkey thing in it.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
they're vegetarians, and I'm not going to make a whole freaking turkey for myself.
There.
And so, yeah, it's just as easy to take everything, just stick it in the oven and go, okay, I'm good. It's like a big TV dinner for adults.
It's the Swanson Thanksgiving. You
Right.
get that little apple crumble dessert afterward, right, or the brownie.
Yes.
They used to have roast turkey. Swanson did the TV dinner with that
Oh, yeah.
brown gravy,
Sure.
mashed potatoes.
roast
with
turkey. We know exactly.
Right.
We can all picture it.
I can picture that fake butter patty on top of the weird whipped potatoes.
And peas and carrots.
Yeah, peas and carrots. Forrest Gump kind of
What are they
Thanksgiving.
doing? Who
Yeah,
likes
so
that?
anyway, I don't know, but that's so that I will do, not that you give a rip, but hey, this is the biggest cook of the year by far for me. I will do cornbread stuffing, and I will do sauteed beans with almonds in sauteed onion. So you saute the onions, you brown the onions, you throw the beans in there, and then you put almond slivers and cornbread stuffing and rutabaga, because that's a tradition.
What about polita-bega?
No.
Got to be rude.
Not kind of bega, either kind or polite, but rude a bega, and because my mom did, and that was one of the only things that Kim, my ex, I know you know who she is, but it's just for the folks at home.
The folks at home who are going, who's he talking about right now?
Who's Kim? Is that his daughter at the birthday? No. Kim had a birthday though recently too, on Felix Unger Day, which is November 13th.
That's right.
So anyway, so my mom used to make rutabaga every holiday, and I decided that we should include that. And I thought Kim's never, because she's kind of a narrow menu is a valid description of Kim's eating habits. There's not a lot of options. She's narrow, and so I thought there's no way. Oh, she went ape shit for it. She loves rutabaga, so Sam does too. And so since Sam's coming over and the new fella, I'm cooking for them this Thanksgiving. So tomorrow we start making the turkey stock to make the gravy, and then Wednesday I make the stuffing and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, another Thanksgiving's on its way, Bob, which I believe is the best holiday. I've mentioned this before, but it is, because you don't decorate and you don't buy presents.
Oh, yes, we freaking do.
Well, I know. You guys are different, St. Swithin's Day people. You obviously embrace the Thanksgiving decor. You put up the autumn stuff like fake leaves and pumpkins and stuff.
That happens September 1st. No joke.
I know it's.
We are decorated for Christmas mostly now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm one
now,
of
of
those.
course, we've had a tree up since October because that was my brilliant idea.
In the big room, in the great room there, over by the sliding
we had
glass
it decorated
door.
for Halloween, and then we had it decorated
cool,
for kind of fall, and now it's Christmas.
Hey, Tracy's here. How cool is that?
Happy
fact,
Thanksgiving, she says.
Well, and here, look at this. I've got something now that I know she's here. I'm going to share the screen, Bob. There you go. And this was a gift from Latbat a few Thanksgivings ago. The thankful sign, which I love bringing out a little before Halloween, and it stays all the way up till the Christmas decorations. Remember, she went to the store and just brought that. Just randomly got me a decorative neato thing. Yeah,
she's swell.
She is swell. She is swell. I really like that, though. I like that. I'm not kidding when I say I bring it out and I smile every year. So what am I thankful for? Friends like you and Latbat. That's the truth. That is the truth. Having a good time bringing that out every year. Sits on the subwoofer. And it reminds me of Bob and Tracy. And then at Christmas, your dad's tree stand. So I have a little from both sides. Right. Yeah.
What about for Festivus?
You took the poll back, as I recall.
No. You're not doing that. No.
You took the Festivus poll back. What was the other thing they had to do? What, you had to shout at someone or correct them? What was
I can't remember. I don't know the rules of Festivus.
Festivus. You got to harp on someone like legit. You get to pick one person at the table or something, tell them what you don't like about them. I thought that show was terrific.
You did. Yeah, you had a unique take. You liked it.
Yeah.
Here's Rob Scott's hot take.
I'm the one.
Thumbs up for Seinfeld. What?
Yeah. Do you guys remember the guy who played Jerry on Seinfeld? God, that's a good line to me.
I did smell it coming, though. I did smell it coming.
Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I know I laughed
because because it's so Goldman. It was almost predictable. Because as soon as he said, "You guys know the name," and he was talking about comedy, he was talking about money, and I just felt it coming. And for him to say, the guy who played, it's right in line with his style. It's not like, you know what I mean? It's like that's what I would expect him to say.
I'll sure, but I still say he wrote it and I didn't. You know, that's why I look at that and I go, "Wow, man, I can't write like that." That's super funny to me. That's just a.
He
super
says you wrote it, so whatever.
Well. Anyway. Oh,
Hey,
by
I
the
opened
way,
up what?
No, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm still on this calendar kick. I also got my University of Wisconsin Eau Claire calendar.
Let's
this
go
week.
through it page by page. January.
No, the whole point is that here's the. I was gonna say I had that on my notes. Bring it. The piers are out. They took them out around the 13th or so.
Yeah, hold on. Let's see if I can get that video going again. There we go.
Yeah.
Now
the
it's
lights
live.
the lights are blinking across the lake, and it's starting to get. It's that time of year, boys and
Again,
girls, where
folks,
it's a little chilly. You get down and that water is cold, and the wind coming off the water. It's good. You know it's Thanksgiving when the piers are out.
Wait, what are you doing?
I'm mashing the potatoes.
By hand, you're supposed to whip potatoes. That way every bite tastes the same.
Well, isn't that a bit bland?
Hello, welcome to potatoes.
Potatoes.
Could you just once cook a traditional Thanksgiving meal? I mean, look at this cranberry sauce. It's supposed to keep the shape of the can. Quiver a little bit. What are all these little chunks in there?
Those are cranberries.
That's right. Those are cranberries. Did you have the kind in the can that jiggled when you were a boy, Bob? As
Yep.
did I. Those
But I
little
didn't.
crease-
I mean, I didn't touch that stuff. I never have. I mean, except the one time you try it and you go, no.
Really? See, I
Now,
almost
fresh
missed it.
cranberry sauce, like real cranberry sauce, not in a can. I'll have that
Like
like
she-
mixed with certain things. I like it okay. But I'm not a big fan. I'm not even a little fan of cranberry
Do
sauce.
you
I
like
could-
cranberry, the juice, the ocean spray stuff?
Yes. Go figure.
Okay. Cran grape I loved. I loved the hybrid of cranberries and grapes. Cran grape was oof.
I think all those were good mixers back in the drinking days.
That's a good point. Everything is better with vodka.
A little vodka, actually, absolutely.
And today, and again, going out to dinner. So I go to dinner and I'm thinking, it doesn't cost as much. When you go to dinner and don't drink. Yeah, I even had.
Oh my God! Right, that's such a significant difference.
It is, because it was a nice restaurant. I had a nice plate of salmon. I had some bourbon glazed salmon and fresh vegetables and hush puppies. I had some hush puppies, which I always like to have. Reminds me of a fish fry in Wisconsin. But yeah. So, but it's still expensive to go out to eat. Like when I'm driving home, I'm going, it was a nice meal and we had a nice time. But that would have been a week's worth of groceries just for me, for one guy, for one meal. I picked up the birthday girl's meal, as you should. As the father of the birthday girl, I think I was.
Well, I am years behind on that crap.
Well, that's how you afford that beautiful
I owe my
studio that we
girls
see
a
behind you.
lot of dinner money, a lot. Oh, hey,
Yeah,
by the
well.
way, I found it's hot today. I'm not into it. Actually right now it's 66 degrees. It's hot in here, I should say, because it's a lot warmer outside than it has been. Today was absolutely perfect. It was windy and in the 60s. I sat out and played the ukulele. The birds were there. It was great.
Do you play for the Birds often?
No, the birds, the birds were there. They were singing Turn, and it was great.
Oh, David Crosby's dead, though.
We actually have, yes, we have. Didn't I tell you about the mourning doves? They come in. We have
No.
a swarm.
When do they show up?
We have a swarm in the afternoon, about 6. No, because we put a feeder out there, and all summer they ignored it. But then all of a sudden they started coming in, and now there's 30 or 40 birds at any given time out there. There's 6 of them cramming themselves into this feeder at any given time. They peck at each other. They're all mourning doves, and the cat is sitting there with them and plays with them all day. Just sits
the
at
cat
the window.
plays with him, doesn't chase him or try to hurt him?
Well, she's inside, and they're
I
on the
see.
other, and they've learned what that is. So she'll just jump up on the glass, knowing she's not going to get them, just to scare them. So she crouches and hides, and then they get up there, and then she waits, and then boom, and then they fly away and come back. They play all day, and then sometimes the big ones will go away, and then there's a little one that'll sit in the bird feeder, and they'll just sit there and be with each other all day for hours.
Well, that sounds Attenborough.
Isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, it's lovely. It's lovely,
Yeah.
and she gets a little bit of exercise, and she's mentally stimulated and all of that. And then when the bird feeder runs out, because they go through it, like they can go through it in an hour and a half, just it's crazy. Then eventually they fly off, and then Lucy gets bored, and she comes finds me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you have to replenish the food.
That's right. And so now we went from buying these little bags like this to now this giganto bag, and I have like a big pitcher, a plastic pitcher that I fill up and dump in there twice a day.
Like a 50-pound bag of bird chow,
That's correct.
which is on sale at
Bird
Mullins.
chow. That's related to testicles.
That's just so good. That's you
Hey,
and me.
speaking
That's
of
inside
testicles, I found another folder in the old Rob Picks directory.
But, you know, you got.
I think I'm going to wait until you're connected
on.
again. But yeah, I think we should go through it.
Please do.
Now, first of all, tell me, because I'm having to take over my monitor here, so I can't really see. I think, how do I want to do this? Rob, how do I want to do this?
I don't know, buddy. My car doesn't even work. What do I know?
Okay,
You're just-
so now this folder was titled Creature Kennel, and it reminded me of that. It was after you had left the big radio place, and we were between gigs, and you're trying to figure out, and you did that volunteer work at that kennel for unusual creatures. Remember all that?
Yeah.
Anyway, yes, it's crazy.
You
So
had
anyway,
pictures
I
of
found,
that?
yeah. So
Oh.
is this up on the screen? You remember this
Yeah, it
guy?
is. Yeah, there I am, holding on to. I forget what did we call him? He had a name. Hold on.
They all of them they crate over there look the same, so it's kind of hard to tell, but.
You can tell by their eyes once you got to know them.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll go through it, and maybe you can remember. And
Well, that one's dead.
oh, shite! I don't know because I've got video
Yeah.
too. I've got
I
video.
mean, when they're alive, they're green. You can see that he's changed color drastically. That's a corpse. That's just dead. Now what you do? is you grind
Okay,
him
I'm
up
not
into
sure.
sausage.
Oh, this is bath time. You're doing
Yeah.
a bubble bath for that one.
He's
that one
smiling
looks-
because I remember Ducky. If I never put Ducky in, he can get pissed off. But when
He-
Ducky's in the suds there,
it
he's
doesn't
fine.
look like
He's
something you'd want to get pissed.
No,
No.
I can tell you, he's got a temper. See, alive, happy, smiling.
Oh, I see.
Doing well.
Oh,
In
well,
fact, I just
still-
put eye drops in. Again, doing well there. In fact, he's telling me the funniest joke, as I recall.
Huh.
And again, Ducky.
Now- I don't know where there's. Okay, here. I think now we're getting into the video because there we go. So it looks like
wow,
you were riding one of them. I guess you got to take them for walks or something.
No,
occasionally?
that's one of those. That's one of those cool Halloween costumes I'm actually running. That's fake.
What?
Yeah, that's just a rubber guy, and those are my legs are down on the ground, and those are fake legs
Oh
that look like
God, that's so
that's a
elaborate.
costume.
Yeah, that must have cost you like $30. That looks
Oh, a lot of
amazing.
money. That cost a lot of money, and no one thought it was funny.
No one thought it was well. Okay.
And I
Weird.
ran around. I was tired. I'm glad I wore deodorant.
All
yeah,
right.
see,
So
he's,
now,
he's happy.
okay.
I don't know why we used the rubber bars, but we used those that day. And
Now,
then
this guy. That
again,
seems like that cage is too small.
it's awful small. He's being punished. Sometimes things just happen to Bob. Sometimes.
Do you remember what he did by any chance?
No, I don't. But I know the cage because we put it's timeout. It's like a timeout cage.
Okay. Oh man.
Oh, and again, you can't see the strings, but that was next year's Halloween costume.
No, so that's not a creature. That was
Nope.
another
And
elaborate
I raised my
costume.
arms when I raised my arms.
Okay,
and
okay.
But you can't see the string. It's like fishing wire.
I see.
And someone shot him in the rear left there with an arrow. See the arrow sticking out of his ass on the.
Oh, I do. Okay, okay.
Somebody shot. Thank God it didn't hit me. It was the costume.
Look!
Oh,
Bath
yeah.
time. Bath
Right.
time.
That time he's happy, and and I'll tell you what that is. He had just watched Jurassic Park, and he saw that Brontosaurus sneeze on that girl, and he goes, "I'm going to do that to Rob," and he did that right to me. He loves
he looks.
Spielberg movie.
He is cute though.
He's happy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still a little unnerving. Okay. That's
That's a newborn.
a newborn. That's
Yeah, they
a
do that when they
newborn.
come
Holy
out.
crap!
Yeah.
How big is the mom?
Oh, you should. She's huge. She's out in the garage. We couldn't put her inside the facility.
Hang on. That's
And they shed this. There's the newborn shed. Hold on. There it is. They shed that. That goes away. And now you put the eye drops in and you weigh them. We lost Bob again.
Okay.
There we go. Okay.
Oh, so now who's the guy who looks like you? What's
Looks
wrong with
just
his
like me.
shoulder?
I know. Well, yeah, I don't know.
Now,
I don't
this-
know what's going.
Is that healthy or is what's going on there?
I don't know what's going on.
I don't know. It
there.
looks like it's got maybe something rammed through its nose and mouth.
Nose, right?
But I mean,
and
it's in a
don't-
bathtub.
Right, it is. What's a large sink, and I forget
Oh.
where I bought that shirt. I think I got that at a concert.
The old Lily Cat shirt.
Yeah,
I can't. Yeah.
it was an acoustic show.
Oh, so these is just a walk with some of the other ones who aren't quite so nasty.
Right.
We only saw you there at the beginning.
Right, but those are cuties. Those guys were cute.
whoa.
Wow.
Now that
Yeah,
looks like there's a
so-
little Now that just says to me, I'm not ready for bed, Rob. And you going? Do we
Right.
have to go through this again?
We're not eating sugar after 8 tomorrow forever. That's the problem. There is that we gave him. It was Halloween. He doesn't even have to wear a costume, but he eats all that sugar, and then you can't get him to bed.
Well, now, is he always that size? I know that's a silly question, but I know some of them get big during the day or have weird growing.
That's it. That's
Oh,
that's
okay.
it. That's stock.
Stock.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
okay.
There's the
Ugh.
dead one again. See, he's just dead.
Oh.
Just dead. That's about to be
Oh,
ground
so-
up into sausage.
So when it's dead, it's just.
It's just look at that. I'm going in sausage. You can read my lips. Sausage. I'm saying sausage. Make
Oh,
sausage.
I'm gonna look again.
Okay, you went to the
Sausage.
sausage.
So much sausage.
Right.
Hold on, wait.
Sausage. Oh, we're gonna breakfast is good
Oh,
tomorrow.
and now
Hey, how
he's
about
no, so,
the
and now he's so
sausage?
much sausage. I think.
Yeah, he's just sausage. You just grind him up. Well, we don't want to waste.
Wait,
We're wasting
one
that
more
long.
time. I
Yeah.
gotta see the lip read. And now he's
Now,
just sausage.
tomorrow,
so he's
lots
so
of
much sausage.
sausage. Yeah.
Whatever. Horrible.
So that's good. I didn't realize you still had.
oh wait, well there's still a couple more. Now see, look how happy he is. You're the
He is
only one I
happy.
know. He looks like not to give that thing a piggyback ride. What are you thinking?
And the neighbors were pissed because that was a really nice neighborhood. That's not where I live. We went over to the rich neighborhood, and that's when I had some more weight. Look at the belly I had.
I
There.
like how
that's-
well, I think probably, if I recall, this was kind of part of the exercise regimen. You run
It
around
was.
with this guy
right.
on your back for a while. You're going to shed some pounds.
Mm-hmm.
That is no question. Oh, another
There we
cutie.
go. Yeah, I would walk. They paid me to walk him. That was actually not part of the clinic. That was a private family, just a family, and they paid me. And you know what I got to do? I
It's
got
like
to
he wants to
charge by
go.
the-
He wants to get close to the camera. And you're like, come on, come on.
Yeah, come on. But the other cool thing is I charge the family by the leg, so that makes me a
All
lot.
right, well, hold on. What do you remember? What you charged him?
Well, at $5 a leg, I think there's 8. So,
I think
yeah,
there's
think
one
with-
behind the one that we see on the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I think you're right.
So $40 for a walk, which was a moneymaker. What, like you brought up before? Oh, I
Okay, well
remember.
that was the newborn, the still still
Right.
picture. Yeah.
And we put the and I was wearing a stethoscope for whatever reason.
Okay, well, just cuddle time, huh?
Cuddled that, and this is just this the neighbor's cat.
Cat.
Well, that's what the name they called him. Hey, cat, come here, because they thought it was funny because it wasn't a cat. So that's why they named him Cat. It's like
It's also not an
naming-
elephant. Why didn't they name it that?
I don't know. We had a falling out. I never really followed up a lot of questions.
Oh, I see. That's too bad.
Well,
Oh,
and there
now
we go.
this-
Yeah, on our way to the Macy's parade.
No, wait. Now I got to ask: is that
Hey,
a
Merry
costume?
Christmas.
Because see, the wave is the same. Is this another elaborate costume? Is he tracking your legs? Is he tracking your
Yes.
arms?
Well, no, that's Steven. That's my son. He got it. He bought that costume.
Oh. So,
Hey, Steven, come on. Here we go, Macy's.
well, I'm trying to figure out where his legs are. Like, you know,
I
how
don't
does-
know.
how does he operate
That's
that
a
thing?
military secret. They can't tell us everything how that all works. He's in there somewhere though. I know he could see.
Okay. All right. And then just another.
And then
still
there's
picture
$40
of that
right
dude.
there. There's
Yeah,
another $40 wall.
And then this is
And
another. So that doesn't look like 8 legs though. That looks like less. Hold on. Now it was
right.
snowing. Now did you charge more for the weather?
No, but my feet got wet because I didn't have the right boots. Look, I'm wearing gym shoes. What a moron.
Yeah. That's a T-shirt under that, Jack. It's like you last
Right,
minute
and-
thought,
and
oh,
those
this will
are
take a
just- and those
second,
are-
and then you forget
those are
how
like-
long they want to walk.
Yeah, and those are Chuck Taylors, man. They're just canvas. They just take on the snow immediately. I caught my death.
I'm really
after
having a
that
hard
walk.
time counting the number of legs on this sucker. They just
I
get
think
because
6.
he moves out, whatever. And there's that still picture.
And then again,
Oh,
okay,
my.
and then yeah, that's an experiment that just went wrong.
That does not look good. Oh,
But there we are.
there's you
Hey,
and
happy
Steven.
Thanksgiving. We're going to the parade, Steven. And he's look at him. He's happy. He's like Mr. Ed.
Oh, and bedtime.
Bedtime,
So is that another
right.
newborn, or is that?
No, in fact, the opposite. Not too long after this video was taken, he passed away. He's
Oh,
like at
crap. So
108.
this is more like a hospice situation.
Yeah. It's like Florida, God's waiting room.
I see. And there's that. There's
there's
you
the
in your
costume.
costume. Boy,
And
that
my
is
costume.
that is
It's elaborate.
It is very elaborate. Yeah.
And
Now-
again, this is what they look like when you. And we went. See, you know how this one died? We were out in the sun together,
Oh.
and you could. They're not supposed to get sun, and neither am I. Look how red I am in that picture.
Yeah. Well,
And so
I
he
guess-
died from sun
I think
poisoning.
that's it. I think that's it.
Okay. Well, boys and girls, you got 5 minutes of extra
Oh
bonus
my God,
lunch
you sure
material.
did. You did not deserve that.
And with those words, I am the hell out of here. I had enough of this foolishness. Thanks for nothing. They never paid me.
You've been watching The Lounge Show with Rob Scott and Bob Doyle. Join us every Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, and tell your friends and family to do the same. After all, we'd do it for you if you had a show. Probably.